Hi, this is Kimberly. Please enjoy our podcast, but remember our doctors are only here to educate, not diagnose. If you have any questions or need any further information, please email me. My email address is kim@mfwellness.org. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Spine Whisperer podcast. Today with me, I actually have Dr. Danielle, Dr. Amanda, and the one and only Andrea. Enjoy! Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining again. So today is a very special podcast. We don't have any of the Finks or Mowers with us today.
There are no bros in here.
Yeah, it's a gal pal in here, and I'm super excited. So today we have Dr. Amanda and Dr. Danielle with us, with Andrea and I, and we're going to actually talk about them and their chiropractic journey and what we're going to be expecting from them as soon as they graduate.
But you guys aren't graduated yet.
No, we graduate in about 3.5 weeks on December 19th, so almost.
All right.
Almost there.
Dr. Danielle, why don't you say hi to the people so everyone knows
Hi
who you
to
are.
the people. I'm Dr. Danielle.
Well, now I feel excluded, so hi, I'm Dr. Amanda.
There you go.
I am not a doctor. But
Neither am I.
We are, though. We are.
Trust
and
me,
we
I'm
have
a
trapped
doctor.
you in here with us.
True.
Yeah, they
Accurate.
are reluctantly doing this podcast with us today. But
We've been kidnapped, if anyone can hear us.
So welcome to the podcast.
Okay, so the first thing I guess we're going to want to talk about is how you even started your chiropractic journey, how you ended up here.
I guess it started back, I've been coming here since I was 16. The Finks are my cousins. So ultimately I was trapped in from the beginning before I even knew it. I wanted to be a physical therapist. They told me, well, why do that when you can become a chiropractor? So that's just really how I got here. I mean, it wasn't anything special. I was really into sports and still am, so that kind of put me in the realm of physical therapy. With chiropractic, you can do a little bit more. So.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. So they really did
Yeah, like literally
trap
I
and
was
they were like, no, you're
studying for
coming
my
here.
GREs, and they're like, well, just go to Logan. And I'm like, okay, you're right.
Ooh, don't admit they're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right. Sarah, can you edit that out?
What about you, Dr. Amanda?
So I grew up playing volleyball, and I actually competed against Danielle, but we'll leave that out for another time.
Oh,
Yeah, we've known each other since 4th grade.
there's
Yeah.
a feud I didn't
Really?
know about.
Yeah, so we actually played
Wow.
against each other in like CYC Church League, and then in the club world. There's a feud. It's fine. No big deal. But now we're friends, so it's all fine. But yeah, so I struggled with a lot of back problems growing up.
Who has the better spike?
I mean, who do
Well,
you think?
I mean,
I was
sorry.
libero.
That's true. You're probably more of a bump, like
Yeah, I
so-
literally was a libero. I don't
Sorry,
go in
I
the
didn't mean
front
to cut you
row.
off again. I didn't mean to cut you off again.
And she's 6'4".
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Danielle might have got hit in the face just a couple times, but it's fine.
I don't think so.
Ooh. Ladies.
We'll have to
No, it's
replay
fine.
the videos. It's fine.
Anyways, yeah, I had a lot of back pain. Orthopedics were basically my weekly trips. They told me, you know, that surgery was in my near future, and that's how I got tricked to coming into this office. I actually brought my sister in to get adjusted. Really didn't know what I was doing here. And at the time, she was 12 and decided to say, hey, her back is broken. And from there, I got adjusted, and I could run again, walk again, feel my legs, and I went on to play Division I volleyball without a ton of pain, and I never had surgery.
I was going to say, and they were recommending surgery to you, and you came
They started
here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I never had surgery because of these guys.
So you kind of
It
owe
works.
them a little. You owe them some.
And yeah, I guess now I'm just here
Here.
because
How
they trapped
old
me.
were you when you started coming here?
I was about to go to college. I was 18 because that's when they were really pushing surgery on me.
And they converted you into
And
a
then they did.
chiropractic disciple.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
So really, you guys are both here because of the
Them.
Finks.
Yes.
We don't like to tell them that.
But we've never admitted that.
Oh
so
my
maybe
God,
we
you
should
guys
not.
don't listen.
Maybe we should not do that.
I know you guys both have your areas of expertise or specialty. I just figured we would kind of steer away from like school and boards and stuff because you guys just took boards, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, and then Amanda, you did yours.
I finished in July.
That part's all done.
Yes.
So time to focus on actually seeing patients.
Yes.
So I know your specialty, Amanda, is kind of babies,
Yeah.
right? And pregnant ladies.
Yes.
So-
I really enjoy working with the pregnancy and pediatric population. A lot of people don't really know that they should and can bring their children in to get chiropractic care. So I really enjoy working with moms, especially dads too, but moms are usually the ones that bring in their children, and just working with them and showing them everything that chiropractic allows for the babies, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I would agree that people don't realize that they should be bringing in their children and their newborn babies.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of people just saying, oh my God, what do you adjust on a baby?
Yeah.
Or why would they need an adjustment? So, I mean, I know we've had a couple moms in here with babies that were diagnosed with reflux. I don't know if you have any helpful hints for them as far as feeding and what you do adjust on babies.
I've actually had a couple, like you said, moms bringing their kids with colic recently. And I say colic lightly because I'm not sure that every baby has colic, but that's kind of the word that we go to when, your baby's spitting up right after feeding or constantly crying. There is a lot of other things to take into consideration, such as if you're breastfeeding, are, they able to digest everything that you're eating, or they have any type of food sensitivity, or is it their stomach that's actually bothering them? Are they constipated and unable to digest the food? Is the nipple going too fast for them if they're using a bottle? Are you holding them the correct way? A lot of people hold them kind of horizontally when they're feeding, but really we want to think about what's the easiest way for a baby to swallow and digest the milk. And that's actually holding them up at about a 45-degree angle. And if you notice that they're kind of choking on the bottle or inhaling milk too fast from the breast, you want to stop in between so that they can have a second to swallow correctly and give that time for them to digest fully. So there are tips and tricks, and definitely if you have questions, I'd love to see you guys in the office sometime. So
Yeah, it just kind of sounds like you just have a kind of a checklist,
Yeah.
In your head that you kind of go down with parents and, just give them some guidance. That's awesome. Because I know when I had my kids, I didn't have like that kind of support. So
Yeah,
That's great.
I see a ton of parents that come in and they're like, oh, well, what, I just had a baby and
yeah.
I didn't know you can adjust them, but I always tell them, if you think about the birth process,
yeah, it's
like
traumatic.
For both ends.
For moms and babies.
So really every baby, in my opinion, I feel like every baby should be checked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, the birthing process, either with interventions, not interventions, epidural, home births, whatever you decide to do, that baby's still going through a big change.
Oh, yeah.
Really here, I like to do like a neurological check just to make sure that the nervous system is working correctly and has no interferences. It's not like I'm going to crack your baby, hear all these pops and everything. It's really gentle. It's really calm. And I just like to make sure that the baby has an optimal living just from the start.
Yeah, it's hardly any pressure.
Yeah, it's very light.
Cool. All right, so let's talk. I like sports. Danielle, do you like sports?
I do like sports.
Danielle
I've always liked
sports,
sports.
guys.
Like I mentioned earlier, I've liked sports since I was in high school. I played a little bit of college ball, and even right now I still play sand volleyball and indoor soccer.
Didn't you just win something in sand volleyball?
Yeah, we won first place in our division.
Dang.
It was a good win. It was fun because the other team took it too seriously. But
Well, half of it.
and I still work out and I lift, and I really like working with athletes because I can relate to them the most. Now, I can do athletes any size and shape, whether they just walk, whether they just do ab workouts, or they play on a competitive team, or they lift, really whatever. If they're doing any type of physical activity, those are my favorite kind of patients. And I'm just drawn to it, always have been. At school, like at Logan, I don't know if it really excelled my learning. I feel like I already had a good understanding of it, but we learn a few tips and tricks and certain muscle work and certain tools to use.
Yes, which was going to be my next question. Dr. Danielle, I guess, brought in a bag of torture tools, I'm going to call them. I feel
Sounds
like
a little scary.
they're
They
not
are,
actually.
yeah.
She used them on me today on my shoulder, and
Graston tools would be a better word. That's Graston is the technique. He's the guy who developed them.
Gotcha.
Basically, it's like ART, but with these tools, we refer to it as scraping. I guess
Which
you could
sounds
really say.
so much better.
Yeah, it can be maybe a little less painful, like if you use the long edges, but if you use the pointy edges, well, it's just as bad as my elbows.
I was going to say, either you're getting Danielle's thumbs and elbows or you're getting a tool. So, take your pick.
Yeah, I feel like Dr. Danielle, one of your specialties is the sharpness of your thumbs that helps you really find those trigger points. And if anyone has had muscle work from Dr. Danielle, you will thank her later. Not during, but you will thank her later.
Yeah, my sharp elbows come in handy too.
Yeah.
I use those a lot.
And then if anybody doesn't know what ART is, it's active release technique. It's for really sore muscles. Is that right?
Tight muscles wound up.
Yeah.
Like knots and stuff that you'll feel in your back or feel in your shoulder or whatever.
Okay. And you do that a lot here, don't you?
Yeah, a lot of patients come in and they, they'll have a pain in their arm and they won't understand why, and then it takes me about 2 seconds to feel with my thumbs, and they're like, "That's it." I'm like, "I know it is."
Right?
You're gonna hate me now.
Yeah, sometimes I can
Here
even
comes my elbow.
see them, like I can see it in their back where it's wound up. And it's funny because I hate when ART is done to me, to be honest. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't. But...
Well, because it's not fun when you're getting it done.
No. And, like, I've had it done, like, to my knee when I sprained my MCL, and I thought I was going to cry. But, like, to my suboccipitals, which are the muscles in the back of your head, like, I really like that. It keeps my headaches away. So it just depends on the area sometimes.
Yeah. Dr. Brad, he does ART to my neck every time I get adjusted because it's so tight.
Yeah.
And now I just come to love it because I know it's going to end up feeling better.
Yeah, it's better to embrace it than to avoid it.
Yeah, my shoulder feels great.
Good. Glad to hear it. You're welcome.
It does.
So do you guys have like a 5-year plan?
Right now I have a 3-week plan, and that is to graduate from Logan, to get my license once I send my transcripts, and to hopefully get a contract from Dr. Josh.
Well, Dr. Josh.
I'm so happy you guys are here, though, honestly. Like, the doctors are wonderful doctors. The bro doctors, Dr. Brad, Dr. Matt, Dr. Josh. Awesome, but it's really nice to have female doctors in the office. I mean, we have different systems and different, problems. So it's good to have you guys here and your perspective on different things, and especially your specialties are going to be super beneficial in adding to the practice. So,
Dr. Amanda, do you have a 5-year plan?
I'm kind of with Danielle. I more so go day by day right now, especially just because we did just get done with boards. School's almost over.
I saw you, Danielle, while you were getting ready to take boards, and you were studying machine.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm so glad that you're back.
Yeah, me too. I feel like a whole new person.
Yeah. Awesome. I keep interrupting you.
No.
I've turned into the Dr. Josh of the podcast.
It's because you miss his presence. You feel like you make it up. You're fired.
I have turned into...
We're just getting through, day by day.
Yeah.
Seeing patients, growing our own practice,
You have to market yourselves, right? You have to, get out there, and this is a hard time to do that with
everything
with COVID.
Yeah, you're trying to get out there, but you can't get out there.
Yeah.
And I know both of us have patients who already want to come in and see us. We're just waiting to give them that final cue to be like, okay, you really can now. Like, we're ready to go. But
Yep.
Yeah, and also, if you don't know, they are currently doing adjustments in our Cottleville location. So they're going to be graduating December 19th. Is that right?
Yep.
And as of right now, they've been doing adjustments and helping the male doctors out on the floor, and they've been doing great.
Yeah. We've got big plans.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really great.
Watch out, boys.
So
we about to take over.
Those sound like fighting words.
I can back it up.
Same.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
We're going to get these contracts.
I know, right?
He's going to be like, never mind.
Yeah.
That was a good Dr. Josh impression. I feel like I'm picking on Dr. Josh too much.
We already told him we respected him earlier in the podcast,
Right?
It's fine.
We're the reason why,
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so 5-year plan kind of out the window. Just kind of a 3-week plan for now, which is totally fine. get done and then start thinking about the future or whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of chiropractic students don't really even know a 5-year plan until after that first year.
Yeah.
You know, you don't always know where you're going to be at, but also you don't know what it's going to look like 6 months out of practice.
Right, and especially with COVID happening right now, like, you don't know what next week's going to look like, honestly.
Right.
Exactly. It's all weird, so
Yeah.
we're just kind of doing day by day.
Cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know if you guys if you want to get any, like, additional training, like, later on.
I'm currently doing the International Chiropractic Pediatrics Association certification. I don't know. I'll just have more letters behind my name.
Nice.
Awesome. That's always a plus.
Yeah, so I am doing that. It'll probably be another year or so because of COVID. Everything, got shut down for a while. So yeah, that's basically just more pregnancy and pediatric training.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so part of that training is the Webster technique, which some people might be familiar with that. It's a technique utilized for pregnant women to check like round ligament tension, the sacrum to see if it's moving correctly, really everything, just gearing you up for birth. So I will be Webster certified in January when I graduate.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Dr. Danielle, what is your more school after school? What are you looking for?
More school after school.
Right now, I'm not because I've been in school for 20 years.
Yes.
So I'm really over it. But in the future, probably something along the lines of athletes, whether it's specific injuries or specific athletes working with them. Through chiropractic, there's so many certifications you can get. So I'll have to look and kind of shop around. But right now, I'm just going with the flow.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really, really want somebody to get their animal chiropractic.
If someone wants to pay for that.
Yeah.
No problem, but I cannot afford that right now.
Yeah,
I can't afford anything.
If you listen to the last, was it the last
I
podcast
think
or the
2
podcast
podcasts.
before?
Yeah.
We had Dr. Terry Certain on, and he is an animal chiropractor.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is a whole separate career. You can just
Yeah.
make your career off of seeing animals. So
Yeah, it's
I
also
mean,
a
it's
whole
all-
different shapes you have to learn.
Yeah,
all
and
shapes
it's
and
not-
sizes.
Right, it's not just like dogs. It's
Just-
like he does
Horses.
horses. Yeah.
Yeah, super
Yeah,
cool,
no
but
thanks. No thanks.
He
though.
said he's done
I'm
a
broke.
chicken.
I don't
chicken.
think I want to touch a
Yeah.
chicken.
He's done a chicken. Yeah, he's adjusted a chicken.
I'm good with my athletes.
yeah, I was gonna say see human people first, human patients
stick
first,
with-
and
yeah.
then yeah.
yikes.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about boards?
No.
Just a chicken.
She's traumatized.
Shout out to my husband for not divorcing me through boards. That's what I
Oh,
have
that's
to say
so
about
sweet.
I'm sure it was very stressful.
that. It was horrible.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just annoying.
Yeah,
like
and then yours got delayed,
three,
Dr. Danielle.
three times.
Oh my gosh.
Three
yeah.
times it got canceled.
We were supposed to take part 1 together in January of...
Was it because of COVID?
Yes, with this. So when we first got introduced to boards, there's technically 5 parts to it. And part 1 we took after our first year at Logan, and they told us, hey, they never cancel boards for anything. And let me just tell you, out of those 5, 4 mine have been canceled. Some of
Wow.
them multiple times.
Yeah.
So the first one was because of the ice storm.
Ice storm in January.
Part 2 we took on time. Part
Yes, we did.
3 and PT, which is physiotherapy, got canceled at least twice.
Yep, twice.
My part 4 was canceled 3 times, I think. Mandy was able to take hers second time in July. That was in one of the remakes, wasn't it?
So you just you just study and prepare yourself, and then all of a
And then
sudden,
literally
They're like-
20 minutes before you're supposed to be leaving to take the exam, they cancel it.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh, that would be so crappy.
Yeah.
congratulations
Yes.
for making it through.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We finally made it.
We
Sounds
are
like
here.
a crazy year.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Continuing education, so you have to do that every year after you get your license, correct?
We think so, yeah.
You think so?
No, you do. Except,
No one's really told us.
is it the first year?
I
I think
don't
we
know.
have the first year off. I think we don't have to start until 2 years out of
Because you
school.
just got all that
because we-
education.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I am doing that certification or whatever, so
So is that gonna
I'm
be enough?
covered for the next few years, I guess, until I finish it.
Yeah, because
Hopefully
it's a
only a
long
year.
process.
And then just in your personal life, you guys have both had some pretty mondo things happen lately, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
guess.
guess so. I just
Amanda?
got married.
Like
Like,
a month ago.
in September. Yeah.
Oh, it's 2 months ago. Okay.
September 26th. Danielle over here is.
Yeah, I got engaged back in July, and our wedding is next November.
Wow, you guys are going to be wives and doctors. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be...
It's a force to be reckoned with.
Right?
You know?
Heck yeah. Wow. I don't have anything going on in my life. What about you?
I mean, this is same old
Same
stuff.
old
I
crap?
mean, I come here, I work, I have 4 children. That's about all I need to do. Like, that's it. That's all I got. I'm barely hanging on right now, you guys.
I feel that.
Just let you guys know how much I love my sweet children.
They're going to listen to this one day. You better watch it.
I told them that they needed to download our podcast because I want our numbers to beat the Guy Doctor numbers.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Anybody listening doesn't know this, Dr. Josh checks the downloads when the new podcast comes out.
Like religiously.
Yes, every 5 seconds he refreshes his screen, and I feel like our girl podcast, our female podcast, needs to have more downloads.
So tell your friends,
Yeah.
download the podcast. We're the best.
I
That's
concur.
right.
That's
Yeah.
all there is.
Tell
to
your
it.
friends, tell your family.
Yeah.
Listeners, Andrea has a venti coffee.
I do. It's
Right
a
now.
double shot with sugar-free syrup
Yes.
Oh, great.
and just straight up delicious. It's delicious. Oh God, that was this.
Andrea has gone off
Hello?
the rails.
Coffee doesn't do that to me.
Hello? Oh,
Okay,
man.
so
Hey, also tune into our awesome YouTube video that's about to be done. Me and Danielle are gonna have some awesome
They
things
are
going on.
not enthused about this video.
What do you mean? I just typed it up right there.
I mean, I feel like
I'm pumped.
I feel like you were being sarcastic.
I feel like
No.
I'm really not excited.
Danielle's not, but we're gonna make it awesome. So watch
Yeah,
it.
I saw some air guitar earlier.
Oh, absolutely.
I really can do a cartwheel.
I want
We're
to.
gonna-
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Just
Yeah.
make sure you watch that too. I just want you to know that we've been practicing this for months.
This
This is
Yeah.
our
On top
moment.
of studying for boards, we were
Yeah.
really practicing this.
This is our moment.
Oh
We're
my
gonna shine.
gosh.
okay, well, I think that's really all we have.
No, I
Think
mean,
we
if anyone
covered it.
ever has any questions and you come in the office, feel free to ask us.
Yeah, come in the office, or you can always email me, Kim at mfwellness.org. So basically, these are our 2 new doctors. They are adjusting in Cottleville office now. They're going to be getting your license, is that right? On December 19th?
We'll apply for it December
okay.
19th.
And yeah, they're going to be here forever, just like the rest of us.
Aw, I love it here.
So do I. Okay, well, I think that's it.
I just wanted to say Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
To
Oh,
everybody,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Gobble,
tomorrow,
gobble.
this will come out after Thanksgiving, but
We all hope you
So
had
Merry
a great
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
yes, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Yes.
Okay, so for
I
me,
like red.
Andrea, Dr. Amanda, and Dr. Danielle, we're signing off, and we will see you guys in the next podcast.
And a big thank you goes out to Hug Monster Sound for somehow allowing the doctors' voices to sound even better than they already do.